Good morning, students. Today we will going to start with the very first topic of bio, that is life processes. So what actually the life process means? Okay, what actually the life process means? So life process, it comprises the basic functions performed by living organisms to maintain their life on this earth. So every living organism takes food. You all know that every living organisms takes food, derives energy, removes waste material from its body, and respond to changes in the environment. These activities basically called the life processes. So in all living organisms, there occur the basic life processes such as nutrition, metabolism, reproduction, excretion, respiration, transportation, for which are necessary for the survival. So now let's let's talk about what actually the nutrition means. Okay, what actually the nutrition means. So students, nutrition is a physiological process in which organisms obtain nutrients from the environment. These are basically the nutrients which is obtained from the food. Okay, and these nutrients are utilizes them for its various activities like respiration, growth, repair and replacement. Okay, now comes the modes, or we can also say that the types of nutrition. So basically there are two main types of nutrition, that is autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. So students, we will going to study one by one the modes of nutrition. So the very first mode of nutrition is autotrophic nutrition. So in autotrophic nutrition, the word autotroph has been derived from Greek word which means auto means self and troph means nutrition. So in this type of nutrition, the green plants can make their own food from simple raw materials such as carbon dioxide and water. Okay, in the presence of sunlight. किसकी presence में ये बनाएंगे अपना खाना? In the presence of this sunlight. Okay, and chlorophyll which is present in green plants. Okay, the organism which show autotrophic nutrition are called as autotrophs. For example, all green plants, Euglena and some bacteria are autotrophs. Now comes what is heterotrophic nutrition. So in heterotrophic nutrition, it is basically derived from two Greek words. Hetero means different and troph means nutrition. So in this type of nutrition, the organism do not manufacture or do not synthesize their own food, but they depend on ready-made food, or we can also say that they depend on other organisms for their food. So the organism which show heterotrophic nutrition are called heterotrophs. For example, all animals except Euglena, okay, non-green plants and some bacteria are heterotrophs. So these heterotrophic nutrition is further divided into three main types, that is, one is saprozoic nutrition, another is parasitic nutrition and holozoic nutrition. So we will going to discuss one by one the types of heterotrophic nutrition. So in heterotrophic nutrition, it is, we can say that heterotrophic nutrition means the word in saprozoic, it is a type of heterotrophic. So saprophytic nutrition, the word saprotrophic is derived from Greek words that saprophytic nutrition or saprozoic nutrition, it is composed of two words which means sapro means rotten and phyte means plant. So in this type of nutrition, the organism obtain their food from dead decaying organic matter. The organisms having saprophytic mode of nutrition are called saprophytes. Okay, for example, fungi, mushroom, yeast and many bacteria show this mode of nutrition. Next comes the parasitic nutrition. So in this type of nutrition, an organism called the parasite obtain food from the body of another organism, which is called the host. Okay, and parasitic type of nutrition, parasites are basically of two main types, endoparasites and exoparasite. So students, endoparasites and exoparasites क्या होते हैं? Endoparasites are those parasites which lives inside the body of another organism called host and absorbs the food from the body of its host. For example, tapeworm, roundworm, etc. But if we talk about the exoparasite, the parasite which lives on the body of a host, for example, lice, leech, etc. Okay. Now, students, now we will going to discuss what is holozoic nutrition. What is holozoic nutrition? It refers to that type of nutrition in which organism, mostly animals, take in whole food and then digest it into, इसमें डाइजेस्ट करेंगे वो, देन डाइजेस्ट इट इनटू स्मॉलर पार्टिकल्स विथ एंजाइम. फॉर एग्जांपल अमीबा, रैबिट, काउ, frog, man, lion, etc. Okay, now we will going to discuss further the types of holozoic nutrition. So holozoic nutrition is further divided into three main types: herbivorous, carnivorous and omnivorous. The organisms that feed on plants, you all know that, are called as herbivores, and the organisms that feed on other organisms are called carnivorous, and omnivorous are those organisms that feed on both plants and other animals. Okay, there are further two main types of holozoic mode of nutrition, that is frugivorous and sanguivorous. Frugivorous are those organisms, or we can also say that fruits eating animals are called as frugivorous. For example, birds. Okay, sanguivorous are the animals that feed on blood of vertebrates. For example, leech. Okay, now students, our next topic is what is photosynthesis. ओके, तो फोटोसिंथेसिस आप लोगों को पता होगा. फोटोसिंथेसिस मीन्स द प्रोसेस बाय विच ग्रीन प्लांट्स प्रिपेयर देयर ओन फूड इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ सनलाइट. ओके, ग्रीन प्लांट्स क्या करती है? प्रिपेयर देयर ऑर्गेनिक फूड इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ सनलाइट, और वी कैन ऑल्सो से दैट ग्रीन प्लांट्स सिंथेसाइज ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक फूड. ऑर्गेनिक फूड हो गया, जैसे हम बोलेंगे ऑर्गेनिक फूड है कार्बोहाइड्रेट. ओके, from simpler molecules like carbon and water with the help of what? With the help of this sunlight. Okay, the overall equation of photosynthesis is, you all know that 6 CO2 plus 6 water gives C6H12O6, which is a sugar or which is a carbohydrate, plus oxygen is also formed. Okay, now students, what is the practical importance of photosynthesis? क्या है practical importance इस photosynthesis की? तो photosynthesis जो है very important है. During photosynthesis CO2 present in the atmosphere. ये जो CO2 है ये present है कहाँ पे? Atmosphere में. It is converted into this oxygen by green plants. Thus air is purified. So photosynthesis is the only process by which solar energy, this solar energy is converted into the chemical energy. Okay, now the various requirements of life like food, clothing, medicines, etc. are only fulfilled with this by this photosynthesis. Okay, now students, what is the site of photosynthesis? फोटोसिंथेसिस जो है वो होती कहाँ है? आपको पता है फोटोसिंथेसिस इट टेक्स प्लेस कहाँ पे? इन लीव्स. सो लीव्स कंसिस्ट ऑफ लोअर एंड अपर मेसोफिल सेल्स. क्लोरोप्लास्ट और लीव्स के अंदर क्या प्रेजेंट होते हैं? क्लोरोप्लास्ट प्रेजेंट होते हैं. क्लोरोप्लास्ट कंटेन द ग्रीन कलर पिगमेंट कॉल्ड क्लोरोफिल, और उसी क्लोरोफिल की वजह से क्या है, ये जो फोटोसिंथेसिस जो है वो अकर होती है. ओके, and the complete process of photosynthesis occur in two phases, that is light phase and the dark phase. Okay, अब हम इसको one by one study करेंगे. Right? Okay students, thank you for today class.